What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for another round of the Diet Dr. Pepper Gen 4 series hosted by Gavin Lemons, Griffin2448. We are at Homestead today. Very excited. This is going to be a fun one, a difficult one for sure. Another 80 laps here tonight. It's very hot. Track temp 125 was last check, so very excited. Probably going to play out a lot like Atlanta. Patience is going to be key. The long run, taking care of your tires, taking care of your equipment, being smart, not fighting unnecessarily. We're going to have to see how it goes. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be hot. It's going to be slippery. And we'll have to see how it goes. I think that hopefully we have good pace on the long run. Again, no winning pace here tonight unless for some reason we have a long green run and I just save tires better than everybody. But JP, I think, has his fourth top three start in 4 races, so he is obviously lightning fast. Leighton's mega fast. Raced a couple times with Damon. He's fast, as always. Hayden's fast. Colton's fast. We know Shane's fast. So, yeah, should be a lot of fun. All the usual suspects up towards the front. Looking further down, we got some other fast guys back there. Gavin back in 24th. Let's see, Nick is rolling off 31st, Warren 30th. So definitely some fast guys coming from deep. I feel like we're going to be okay, again, on the long run. We should be able to run single digits if we don't have anything weird happen, make any mistakes, anything else happen. So should be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. Track cooled down a little, actually cooled down a lot. Holy shit, 97. Okay, so that's because it jumped to 5 o'clock p.m. So it's definitely going to be nice and cool. Probably going to be people ripping the top, but we'll see how that works out in the long run. No idea. I did run about 110 laps of practice for this. I don't normally run anywhere near that many laps most weeks, but I wanted to test a couple things I learned last week in New Hampshire and see if they still applied to bigger tracks like this or at more tracks. And I'm proud to say they did, but obviously they didn't help the Q lap any. So again, we'll just have to see how it goes, play the long game, hope for fun, hope for the best. So appreciate you all so very much. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you're new. Don't want you to miss anything else from iRacing, Camaro content, track day content, other racing games, anything else I play. Saturday is the very last episode of Porsche Unleashed, and Sunday is the second episode of Road Trip Adventure. Very excited for both of those. Plenty of good iRacing content coming the rest of the week after today, including a couple series I haven't raced in a really long time. So it's going to be great, going to be fun, but we got a job to do here tonight, 80 laps. We'll see if we can survive, get out of here with a single-digit finish, and that'll be a good day. So as usual, 2 sets of tires laying. Should be fun, probably roughly 50 laps on fuel, so we haven't had to make a green flag pit stop yet. This is one of the trickier pit roads to get onto. Off isn't too bad, it's not simple or anything, but again, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what kind of long run pace these guys have ahead of us. JP's been very fast, was very fast last week as well, very fast at Atlanta and Charlotte. Leighton's been very fast as well. Some weird pit strategies taking him out, some better finishes. Damon hasn't made a Gen 4 start yet, I don't think. Neither has Hayden, although they're both usually very fast. Colton, we know Colton, he's probably the fastest guy in the field, but he's got to keep his tires on it. So that'll be that. Shane up here as well is going to be starting P6 once he joins onto the grid. Maybe eventually Stoker next to us, he's fast as well, has been fast. So yeah, we just got to get into a nice rhythm here, settle in. I don't know if top or bottom is going to be preferred. Top is going to absolutely fly if guys are committed to being up there and making lap time, but we'll just have to play it by ear. Track's only going to get cooler, which probably hurts me. I probably need to be a lot hotter, but who knows, maybe we'll make some good grip and be able to rip off some good lap time, but I think that a cooler track temp down below 100 really hurts me, so we'll see how this works out. We are ready to go. 1 pace lap, of course, here, so I'll go into a full fuel save just in case.
You make it?
Can never be too careful, so.
I missed the start. My Oculus went haywire. I had to reset the simulation.
Shane missed the start. Unfortunate, had a connection issue there, so. We're ready. Again, hope you're still enjoying it. Still loving the Gen 4. Still having a lot of fun. Learning a lot. That's the key. If I learn, very happy. If we run top 10, extremely happy. If we run any better than that, awesome. We do come in as the point leader again. But, again, there are a couple drop weeks in this season, so that all is going to change a lot before the end of the season. So we're just focused on learning, having good fun, having good races. So I appreciate y'all. Let's get to it. Again, thanks to Gavin for having me. I'll make sure to link everybody that's appropriate down below. Let's get to it.
I'm trying this whole YouTube thing, but apparently OBS ain't going to work when I'm in the Oculus.
Still going to be a lot of tire wear around here, even though the track is cooler. Definitely going to be a lot of sliding and a lot of heat building. We'll have to see how that all works out in the long run. Again, bonus points are worth a lot. So if we can get up towards the front and get a couple laps led for some bonus points, awesome. If we can't, that's okay. Overdrove 3 there just a little bit. We're underneath a Leighton here. This is for P4. Still very content to be chill and just ride. Obviously a long way to go. Up in behind Colton here. Now that we've kind of got a little bit of track position, we've gone forward 3 spots already, which is awesome. Very happy to just, again, find a spot here, ride, figure out our pace, save some tire, chill. It's all very important. JP is second in points, so he is going to come in here and make up some ground immediately with these laps led. I think he's led the most laps twice now already in the season, which is crazy, so he's definitely doing good things. Leighton was committed to riding that top. It's back to the bottom here on this end. Damon's going to go by JP for the lead here on lap number 4 of 80. So again, I don't have quite as much happiness or comfort around here as I had at Atlanta, or even New Hampshire really, but at the same time it should play out in a similar fashion as far as what's important. The hard part is being this cool. Speed is going to be king. I mean, you're not going to be able to find speed. You're either going to have it or you don't. So hopefully we can do okay and hang on here and be around and be in contention. But if not, we just got to hope for the best, because obviously I'm not going to suddenly find the 2 tenths I was missing from Q. So I assume that at some point the top is going to start to be the preferred lane, especially to make passes off of turn 2 if possible. But we'll have to just see how that all works out and sorts out. Again, another solid finish here would be good, because I don't remember exactly what week. It might be next week. We do have Talladega coming at some point. We don't want to have to use our drop week until we get to that week, or one of our 2 drop weeks, I should say, because it's me on the plate track. My plate track luck, we are going to have a bad race there, and definitely going to need to use that one as a drop. So definitely need to be keeping at least one of our drops in our pocket for that. And then who knows, again, there's a lot of crapshoot races. Going to be play it by ear, try to learn, try to hope for the best, but a lot of different things can happen. Hayden coming back on the top. Fell back a little bit while you guys feet under him. He's coming back around the top now. He's been running some really good laps the last couple to run us back down. Bringing a Leighton encounter with him. Hayden's another guy that, like Colton, has just exceptional speed. He's extremely, extremely talented, so would not be surprised at all to see him, even though he doesn't seem to race these cars a lot, would not be at all surprised to see him up in the top 5 here towards the end of this. Again, JP got those early laps led. Now he's kind of chilled out, riding in second for the time being. So he's got the advantage on us as far as the bonus points. Starting up front will do that for you, which is good. A couple of guys starting to roll around the top now and try to make lap time up there. Not surprised by that at all. I like the chilly scheme that Hayden's running here. Again, it's so hard to tell with these Gen 4 cars what's like a throwback scheme and what is an original scheme. So Hayden got in the wall there just a little bit that time off of 2. He's going to go to the top of 3 and 4. Sneak underneath of them. That big exit run off of 4, clear us back down the front. Connor coming behind, trying to take a look at a Leighton. That's for 6 behind us. Feeling good now that we're kind of 10 laps into this. Definitely has sorted out where we're in a good spot. Just trying to be patient. We're not, obviously we're not going anywhere here. We're not to the point yet where we're any faster than anybody around us or in front of us, so. Our pit stop adjustments there. Sounds like Shane might have had some issues there with somebody towards the back. Not sure what's up with that or who it was. Colton's gotten by JP for 2nd position currently. Hayden's still trying to roll that top, especially in 1 and 2. Try to build some runs. He's gotten the run on JP. Gonna get to the outside to turn 3. Gets back in line clear though. 34 is the car that we're mainly looking for in racing here. Colton as well. Colton's up in the points, as is a Leighton. But 34 is obviously 2nd in points, so we're really focused on that car for right now. And again, with Gavin having a bad race thus far, still lots of time left obviously, but starting in the 20s, good opportunity to maximize some points here. So still hanging out. P5 starting to spread out a little bit behind us, not crazy, but starting to spread just a touch. Try a little bit later entry. Carry a little more corner entry speed, but it does leave you vulnerable on turn-in, so that's tough. Shane looks like has already had an issue and crashed out. Is now DNF, so that's going to be a big points battle. Unfortunate one there for Shane. JP up the track just a little bit. Had a little bit of a rear tire slide off too, nothing too bad though. We'll have that. Again, we're putting down like 800 something horsepower here, so not a huge surprise. Hayden had a big slide through 3 and 4 that time. JP gonna jump back to his inside. Still just managing the rear tires. That's the key. So while I'm thinking of it and sitting here kind of in chill mode, hope you all have a great Tuesday today. Y'all are having a safe day. If you're impacted by any of the weird weather and the storms and stuff that have been going, my thoughts and prayers are with you. Hope everything ends up all right. I'm not exactly trying to go forward, but we also seem to be a little bit stuck. We're not really gaining or losing any ground. We're just kind of running the exact same pace as the guys around us, which, again, is not the end of the world. Probably means we're doing okay as far as our pace management, but tried that little bit of a wider entry to 3 that time, see if we can carry some good center speed. And we did, but of course there's not really anywhere to take it right now, so that makes it tough. JP to the outside of Hayden, that's back for 3rd again. Damon's starting to run away at the front of this. Hayden looked to get a little bit loose right there. We'll go to his outside. Roll around easily. Don't want to mess around with making a pass there. You're going to go and get a spot, you got pushed. So we did do that. Colton really chopped the nose of JP there into turn 1 that time. The two behind us want to keep battling side by side for a little while. It's good with me. Allow us to kind of chill out. Kind of liking that nice wider entry to 3. You just got to be very careful with your nose point, your steering wheel input angle. If you can modulate that and control it, seems to be okay. JP back to the outside of Colton here. Leighton coming up through behind us as well. JP still outside with Colton on the bottom. Try a little bit softer entry to 3 that time. Make sure we keep everything chilling under control. Damon really starting to run away at the front now, almost a second and a half ahead of our group here. We are more than 20 laps into this run, so we are at the point now where we're going to start to see some right rear tire wear. See who has some and who does not. Wasn't really intending to go to the outside there, just entered a little bit too deep. Have a good run on Colton though. Get to his outside for P3. Just a nice float off in the corner. Not pushing too hard, obviously. Make sure we keep the rear tires on it. We're going to go through around the outside to P3. Not really an intentional pass there, but we'll take it. Trying to keep pace with 34. See if Damon starts to feel any fall off or slides, or if he's just cruising out there, which neither would surprise me. He's 4K plus, he knows what he's doing. Happy with this so far. Pretty good spot. We're doing good things. Pleased with our long run pace here, just past quarter distance. Did practice the pit entry this week, so ready for that if needed. Again, trickier pit road entry to get on than some. Not the hardest, but not easy by any means. At least it's not Dover. Although I think we go to Dover later, so maybe they'll come into play. Dover's going to be tricky, of course. Dover's always tricky in everything. So now we're starting to have a little bit of gap back. I think it's pretty clear that on the long run, at least, it's seeming like JP and myself are both consistently top 5 pace. So he's got that qualifying pace nailed down. He's been super fast in Q-Trim. He's had a bunch of great starts and led a bunch of laps and everything, but we seem to be just as good on the race trim. We're just kind of fighting from behind here once again this week. We did the same thing last week. Got a little bit lucky in traffic to make the pass for P2, or I was at the time P1, but ended up being P2 when Billy came and got both of us. So, but so far nobody has really come up here and followed me past Colton. We're not really making very much of any inroad on Damon. In fact, looks like JP might be making just a little bit of headway. But I am not. We're just kind of maintaining that 1.8, 1.9 second gap, which I'm fine with. Again, Damon, I believe, missed the first 3 races. So either way, he's not really in true points contention. So, playing the long game, being smart here. Leighton's going to go by Colton. That's for 4th spot behind us. I'd do a Gavin check and a Nick check and everybody else, but a little busy. So we'll just have to see how they are later on. Looks like the guys ahead might be having a little bit of rear tire issue. Again, this is what I was concerned about with this cooler track temp. I mean, There's going to be fall off, there's going to be sliding, but nobody's going to really fall off a cliff. Nobody's going to have such a race that's, you know, so out to lunch that it's just disaster class. They have no grip left at all. So that's the unfortunate part. Trying to think through pit strategy. Obviously, you want to have as fresh of tires at the end as you can, and be as far forward as you can, but those things don't go together. You can either short pit or go long. Go long, you're going to be behind a lot of cars. I don't know. We'll see. We're probably just going to wait and see what everybody else does and go from there. But definitely interesting how it's all going to play out here. Still content. Again, we're a little bit slower than these two in front, it seems like. Not much. We're talking half a tenth a lap or so. Just about even, basically, with the guys behind, seemingly. Again, Colton's talented enough and fast enough. He'll figure this out, and he will be in contention for a top 5 if he can keep the tires on. I have a big slide off of 4 that time. Leighton and Connor staying right with him, keeping him honest, making him work. Again, hopefully I'm not burning up too much right front. We had problems at Atlanta doing that. Our right rear was actually in really good shape at Atlanta, but the right front definitely burned off. We'd have to drive quite hard there for a little while towards the end of Atlanta, but nothing crazy. It is slightly cooler today. It is only about 85 degrees today, so slightly cooler than it's been the last couple weeks. I'm still starting to get sweaty, feeling it, definitely feeling the muscles start to cramp a little bit. Another little walk slide there off of 4, that's not good. Lost a couple tenths actually to to Colton behind us. But yeah, so it's not quite as brutal today. JP's starting to make some time on the long run. He is starting to pull away from me a couple tenths a lap and catching up to Damon just ever so slightly, but actually they're both pulling me. And again, Colton's a little faster than me. Hayden's starting to come from behind as well. He's back up to P5. He's gotten by Connor and Leighton. So we're about 9 laps from halfway. Lots still to play for, obviously. JP is making great time. Kind of that middle line that he's running there, kind of on the seam, is really paying off for him. Colton has gone all the way to the top, seemingly, and he's making up a couple tenths a lap on us as well, with Hayden behind, so we might have to think about moving around a little bit if we keep losing big gobs of time like that, which we seem to be doing pretty much every lap. Something to keep in mind. Of course, he's going to burn a lot more tire up there, but we're coming up towards the pit stop phase, or at least time to think about it, so we'll see. Definitely falling off here, though. I've fallen off seemingly quite a bit. We're quite a bit slower than all the cars around us, these front 2 for sure, and the guys behind immediately, so not sure if it's tire wear or if I'm just driving too cautiously and not taking advantage of the fact that we're coming up towards pit stop time or what, but definitely losing some time here. Guess I'll try driving a little bit harder. You don't want to be the first one to pit, of course, but you also don't want to be out here forever, so just keep an eye on pit road every time. Like driving that little bit more aggressively isn't hurting us. It doesn't really seem to be helping anything, but it's not hurting us, so I guess we'll keep doing it. If I burn through the tires, then we'll know. We are no competition today for the front 2. They are making good lap time. We're on track to lose some points, obviously. Haven't led a lap, so that's also something to think about. Do we lead a lap if these 2 pit, together, basically? I assume they will. When one pits, they're both going to pit. We then go one more after that to try to get 5 points. I think that could be important. Clearly we don't have it today. Not winning pace, never a threat. Short run or long run seemingly, so That's okay. Not all going to go perfectly. I shouldn't complain. We're still running third in a very strong spot here. We still got half the race to go. You never know what could happen. So about a tenth and a half down on the guys ahead. So that's that pace I was talking about. Driving a little bit harder now. Field is definitely spread, of course, as we go. One pit stop there from the one car. Colton's just kind of hanging back, right about 8, 9 tenths back there. And he's got Hayden and Connor right with him, so. Of course, if they pit now, they are going to bounce past us. Fall off hasn't been crazy, about 1 second. Of course, your pit entry is everything here, so. They're both running right up around the top. Behind us, that is. Connor trying to get by Hayden. That would be for 5th spot. We're pretty much breaking even where Colton's at. Gonna have a Belford lead here shortly. JP has caught Damon. I may or may not be thinking about pit stops here before too terribly long, so keep an eye on them. Rick coming in here right in front of leaders. That could be interesting. Hopefully he gets out of the way. Looks like he did. Starting to go at for the lead. JP might either got the fence there or just got really, really loose. Driving quite a bit harder now. We're past halfway. That's 40 laps down. Damon's led a bunch of laps here, which is obviously helpful for me, trying to keep JP from getting any more bonus points. So, let's see what these guys decide to do as far as pit stops. Big slide that time, just too aggressive on throttle. Wasn't good. Looks like Gavin might actually be up to 6th there, is what I saw behind us there real quick. So he is flying through the field. Done a great job making pace, managing his tires. He is flying. Colton going to come to pit road behind us. See what all the cars around us do this next lap. All very interesting. I don't think we can pit this time because Nicholas is going to be there, so that's okay. Colton used a lot right front. Seems to be going okay at least. I think we got to at least consider pitting here unless they're both pitting ahead of us. Haven't pitted that time, so we definitely got pit here. Unless these guys both come in. Not the best pit entry ever, but it was okay. Maybe a little bit conservative, but it's better than being dead, so. Come in here for 4 tires. Don't overdo the box. What Colton say he was 51, 58, so I was 67, 67. So my tire wear is spectacular. But I did not drive hard enough, so.
50 car pitting in.
More you know. Nice cycle here. To wait a little bit on fuel. Leighton and Colton both going to go by us here. That's okay. Let's keep doing our thing. Here comes Gavin behind us as well. Gotta get through these lappers here right ahead. Obviously, we're not going to cycle around the lead in the laps because we got jumped by the 12 and 36, so.
Go ahead, John.
Rick around the top. Gavin's going to follow us up through here, though. I don't know if that's good or bad or otherwise. So what a comeback from Gavin. He has driven up through the field from 20-something up to almost the top 5. 2 ahead of us here are really going at it. That's Colton and Leighton. Just let Gavin go. No sense in fighting. No sense in fighting. Long way to go, 30-something laps. If we can stay close, I think he can, again, run us up towards those 2 in front. I didn't see the 34 or the 28 pit yet. Gavin just ran the best lap there, passing me 3/10 faster, so he's driving quite hard. That's okay. Looks like 10 cars or so still have to stop here. Keep taking care of the tires. Front 2 still have not come in. They're obviously going to be quite a ways behind us, but they're going to be absolutely flying up through the field here. It's all very interesting how this is shaking out. Less than 2 seconds behind Colton and Leighton, so that's all right. Gavin is flying up through here right now. Like I said, he's come from 20th to what's going to cycle out to be P3. JP and Damon both coming in together on lap 50, so they're going for a 50-30. But we pit on 44, somewhere in there, 45, so. See where they cycle out. We have a good gap back to most of the cars behind us. I think our long run pace is okay. Right now we're just about keeping pace with the 3 right ahead of us here, which is fine. That's where we want to be. Have something left to fight with at the end, which would be good. JP coming out behind us. Of course, he's on about 5 or so lap pressure tires. He's going to be about 2 seconds back. Damon's going to come out basically right ahead of us on, again, 5, 6, 7 lap pressure tires. So he's going to be gone. Great pit cycle from him there. JP comes out 3 seconds behind us, but again, he's going to fly. So Damon in control. He's less than 2 seconds off the lead on brand new tires. He can just chill, do the same thing he just did. He's got the gap to the guys behind him. Looks like only 2 are still out there. Not sure who they are, but only 2. So this will put us 5th for the moment when it all cycles through. Again, I fully expect the 34 to come up through here, pass us. That's fine. If we can get 1 or 2 of these in front of us back, though, that'd still be a good day. Top 5 is great. Damon ripping the top of 3 and 4. Going to go right by Gavin. Again, no contest. Damon just ran like another 10th faster than what Gavin ran a couple laps ago, so. Gavin gonna try to go up there and follow him and mimic what he's doing. Seven laps to go. I think that Leighton and Colton probably ran each other quite hard there off the pit lane for those first couple laps. That might hurt them. Again, if we can stay close, that would be okay. Raymond still has not come in the pit lane yet. He's right out here in front of us. Running around the bomb, so we're going to have to go mid. Leader's coming in, so this is going to become the battle for the lead here shortly in front of us. Not even going to be a battle, though. There's Bradley there. Not even going to be a contest. 28 back to the point. That's Colton, Gavin, Leighton, and myself. They're going to start to battle for 2nd through 5th, and then JP will get here eventually. Probably go by all of us himself. He's only 2 seconds back, so right on top of Connor. I can't believe my tires were 67. That is just supreme tire saving, and we didn't use any of it because we weren't pulling away that much from Colton before the pit stop there. So he just made good lap time, but tire saving was great. So hopefully we can use a little more of that here this time. A little shorter stint, obviously. We're going to drive a little bit harder for these spots late in the run. JP's coming, still about 15 car lengths back though. Again, that big wider entry to 3 really does allow you to carry some good center momentum. Thought about looking inside of Leighton. Chose just back out a little earlier. Probably cost us a little bit of time, but nothing stupid, obviously. Leighton really driving hard off in the 1 that time. It got pushing a little bit too hard. On entry, that is. That entry, he's just sending it. Big slide for me again off of 2 that time. Not good. Not even going to contest the 34 here. It's no battle. Didn't really mean to chop his nose, but not a whole lot I can do about it. Didn't mean to cover him off there. I just needed that bottom. Need to roll the bottom. If he can roll the top and go around us, no problem. Just need that bottom line. This is the 1. Got a nose on the 12. Try to box him in here. Drive into one quite hard, get by a Leighton. Hopefully we can stick it and keep the spot. Colton will be next once the 34 goes by him. 18 to go here. Definitely have more right front than Leighton, probably than Colton as well. 18 more. Try to roll around Colton in the middle of 3 and 4. Again, not really where I want to be, but we can't really afford to dick around too much here. JP's still right in front of us. He's just chilling. But Gavin's starting to get away at the front. Not the front, but in second, so. Back to 4th, that's good. I'm just shocked by how good Gavin's been in this. Been spectacular. JP and Damon as well, obviously, but coming from 24th or whatever up to be in the podium positions is mega impressive. Just don't seem to have anything for either of these two guys in front of us. Obviously, we know JP's been great on the long run, both these runs. But Gavin just ran from the back up to like 7th or whatever, went right by us after the pit stop. He short pitted us a little bit, and he's just driven away. And I can't even keep up, so. The car we're going to have to worry about here is Connor behind us, the 9 car back in 7th. He has caught us from 2 seconds back. I have had to run pretty hard here to make a couple of those passes, so 15 to go.
Yeah, buddy, I can follow you.
Not driving particularly well here, but that's okay. Long way to go still. 15 laps is quite a long way. It's about 8 minutes. Trying to keep that right front on. That's what allows you to roll these centers. Gonna be a battle here for second shortly. Of course, if we finish 4th and JP finishes 2nd, he will have the points lead, I believe, by, what was he? He was 16 points behind, so that means we'd be ahead by 1. I think he was 14 points behind, though, so he'd be ahead by 1. So, gotta keep trying, obviously. More. Gavin didn't fight that too terribly hard. Don't blame him. No idea if we'll be able to make anything happen. Jake up in the fence in 3 and 4. South of it though. Hopefully we can just get around him on the bottom here in 1 and 2. Thanks to Jake, lifted out for us, I think off 2 there. A little bit of gap to the guys behind. Connor still in touching distance with 11 to go. He's definitely made up a lot of ground, so we're gonna have to be mindful of that behind. Don't think we're catching Gavin today. Seems to be just as fast as we are, if not a little faster, so definitely fighting the guys behind. Amazed by the pace of Gavin, I can't say it enough. Just the long run pace to be able to fire off like that and maintain it. That's just spectacular driving, so 10 to go. I stand by the decision. I think that we came in at the right time. Again, it got us behind Gavin, but at the pace he's had, he was going to pass us anyways. Damon's been in another league since the pit stop. It was a great pit cycle from him. He came in, 4 laps after us and only lost 2.5 seconds a cycle there. So great pit entry, great pit exit from him. Just mega job. JP's clearly been second best car. And then again, we've been third, fourth, fifth, somewhere there or thereabouts. So I'm happy with fourth, even though we're obviously going to lose a lot of points on the 2 guys right behind us in the championship standings. You know, JP second, Gavin third. We're going to put points on everybody else, which is important. So, not sure who led a lap during that cycle, all if Gavin Colton or Leighton led some, but regardless, I think we've done all we could do today. Yeah, we're just barely breaking even here, and Damon's 0.3 lap faster than us. We're barely breaking even with Gavin ahead, so 8 laps left. We gotta make sure we're keeping an eye on the 9 behind us because he's making great lap time. Rolling that top and just making up all sorts of speed down the backstretch, so I think we have something to fight with. I'm not running 100% or really even close to it, but obviously we can't let him get here and then fight late. We gotta keep fighting from here. So 7 to go. He's close. He really is behind. Every point matters for us, so we gotta keep charging. Car behind us may have a lot of time that lap, 0.3. I don't know whether I want to go up there and run that top in 1 and 2 or not. It may or may not be good. Not sure trying stuff right now is the move, but he's making up tons of time on us, so. Five to go. I think that the track temp cost us a little bit. I don't know how much, but it cost us a little bit. So 5 to go. Yellow will end it from here, so might as well go hard. More. He's not far behind here, which is difficult for me then. Able to enter right up on that wall, build great momentum, get down the backstretch really strongly. So he's definitely going to be able to pass us into 3. More. Well, Leighton's come back at us also.
I'll stay low, Damon.
Another great run off top of 2 there for the 9. To go, popsicle sticks. I gotta find something a little bit more here. We don't quite have it. Really driving in deep into 1, trying to make sure we roll. Leighton may end up taking the racetrack away from Connor though, on the bottom of 3 and 4. So. Overdrove 3 just a little bit. Get it rotated on the brakes, get back to power. No slide. White flag. Credit one bank. Come on, baby. Hold on one more time for me. We can get off of turn 2 nicely and straightly at least. I think we should be okay. Good throttle application. No slide. Side by side behind us. Obviously, we're just going to bury it in the 3. Amazing race, guys. That was tons of fun. Gavin, how the hell did you do that?
I don't know. Good race, that was fun. Nice win.
Let's go. All right, we'll take P4.
Good race, everybody.
Damon killed us.
Good win
Absolutely
today.
killed us. Put 6
We've
seconds
been up
on
there,
JP.
picked up a little bit of,
10
good
seconds on
damage.
me, just not even close. Curious to see what our tires were. They were, what, 67, 67 first stop. Very, very pleased with that. Did everything right, maximized. Again, did we have a shot at getting third? Maybe, but Gavin obviously had this crazy pace from the back, so not a lot of defense could be played there.
After about 20 laps, I just had no speed. I couldn't ride the top without hitting the wall.
All right, very pleased with that. That was a lot of fun. Did the best I could. We managed. Again, we'll take a 4th place. That's 4 top 5s to start the season. The only one that has that.
Really enjoyed that.
Whew, Leighton got the spot on the last lap there from Connor. 70-74.
Pretty sure it bent my right front 10 laps ago. I just kept trucking it.
Well, whew. I think that getting the extra fuel was good. We definitely had good tires, good tire saving. Colton, again, burning the right front. Jeez. Alan with great tire wear. Again, don't know when everybody pitted. But we did everything we could. We definitely lost a lot of points to JP, but it could have been worse. We finished 2 spots behind them. We finished 1 spot behind Gavin, so that's just going to pull the front 3 of us ahead more of everybody else. Don't know how many laps again the Leighton and the rest led, but that's part of it. Let's check out the results and the stats, and then we'll have our answer. It's not counting aggregate points, probably because we're going to have drop weeks, I assume. I don't know how that all works, whatever. So yeah, P4, maybe these standings will be updated for us. I think that we're going to probably lose the points lead by 1, if I remember correctly what our gap was. It hasn't updated yet, so we don't have any points. That's okay. Yep, so we do lose the point lead by 1. So like I said, we were up by 14. He finished 2 spots ahead of us, which is 10 points, plus the 5 bonus points for leading laps. So you see there, bonus points are very key. He's got 25 of them to my 10, which is fine, but he's just been faster. So Gavin stays in it by making up 5 on us, so he's only 25 behind us, but we've really opened up back to Colton. Nick still hanging 5th, Warren, Nick Martin, Leighton. So again, there's still drop weeks left in here. A drop week for Eric coming tonight because he didn't make it. Another drop week for Billy because he didn't make it. Rough race finish for Shane, probably going to be a drop for him. He finished like 33rd. So there's still a lot to play for, but again, we finished, trying to think, we finished ahead of Colton all 4 races. No, he finished in 4th. He finished right ahead of us, 1 ahead of us at Charlotte. We finished ahead of him the other 3. We finished behind Gavin today, and at Charlotte we finished in front of him at New Hampshire and at Atlanta. And we finished 2 in front of JP at Charlotte, 2 in front of JP at Atlanta, 1 in front of him last week, and 2 behind him this week. So those bonus points coming in clutch. Obviously, I got some work to do to find out the super speedway thing, and then just speed in general. So next week is Talladega. I thought it was, no, I'm sorry. Next week is Pocono, and then the week after that's Talladega. So I don't know how Pocono is going to go. I've never been terribly good there. I feel like these first 4 tracks suited me decently well. Pocono, I'm not sure. We're going to have to put some laps in, put some time in, figure it out. Talladega is going to be a crapshoot, and I'm always terrible at plate tracks, as you know. Iowa, again, not sure. We're just going to have to figure that out. Indy, who knows. Dover, we should be good, but a lot of trouble can happen there. Michigan, I'm probably going to be bad, honestly. Darlington, we should be very good. Kansas, who knows. So a lot still to play for, a lot up in the air, but I'm very pleased with 4 top 5s. That's a great start to the season. Even though we're not the points leader, it doesn't matter. We've stacked up to good finishes. We've avoided any disasters, avoided having any bad races. And again, I don't think we're the fastest driver in this group. So just getting through here, again, finishing top 5 in points would be an awesome season for us. Running with some of these big guys that are really, really talented, fast, and know what they're doing. So 4 different winners the first 4 races. Not JP, myself, Eric, Billy, and Damon tonight. So yeah, that's a good start. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm still sweaty, not quite as much as the last 3 weeks, but still quite hot. So gonna go chill, sit in front of a fan, take a shower, and relax. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Appreciate it. Again, big thanks to Gavin for putting this all together, putting it on. I'll try to link everybody else I remember down in the description, see their views of this race. And I hope you have a great day. So till next time, as always, if I can click on the damn button, bye.